Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and today I've just received these two items from 88 Films. I want to thank my good friend Brumhorror. I'll leave a link to his Instagram channel down below, and I'll also leave a link to the live stream I did with Brumhorror and Keith on Keith's channel, Euphoria Pictures. I'll leave a link to that down below if you want to hear more of the stuff that Paul has to say, aka Brumhorror. Now, Paul got in touch with me and told me about the sweet deal that was going on with 88 Films last month, and it was to celebrate Jackie Chan's 70th birthday. So they had a sale on. So in this video, I'll open this package up. I'll do some comparisons to a previous release, and I'll also go downstairs and we'll take a closer look at it on the overhead camera shot. So let's get into this. I want to thank Paul once again for getting in touch with me because I wouldn't have known about that sale if I'm honest. And let's see what this is going to. Oh, nearly. Deep folly. So the strangest thing about these releases were they were both pre-orders. And I never thought this sale would extend to the pre-orders, but it did. So I saved myself a chunk of change with them. And I want to thank Paul once again for giving me the heads up and making me be able to buy these at a bit of a discount rate. So first of all, in here, and we'll open these properly downstairs. I got the latest in the Italian Classics collection, and it is 9 Guests for a Crime. Now, this, I would imagine this is giallo because from the title, that's a kind of giallo title. And I've never heard of this one before. And it's directed by Fernando Baldi. Is he related? I think that's what it says. Mind you, my eyes are terrible. So I will get that open downstairs. I don't know what number this is yet. It's definitely in the 80s. Wow, can you believe it, how far they've come? And extend all the way along to there. In fact, I'm going to go into the next sort of column there for this one. Absolutely brilliant. And also, the main one in this one is going to be the amazing Nighttrain Murders, previously banned Section 2 video nasty. Utterly amazing. These are just the way that 88 do these ones now. This is the Blu-ray here. The way that they do these things now is absolutely incredible. They've gone from having the sort of standard releases, and this was the very first one that I bought way back, and I'll show you the receipt for this. I bought this way back on the, if I can say that, I think it was the 30th of the 3rd, 2015. Now that means that this has been over 10 years, if you can see that. Is that down there? There you go. Over 10 years ago was when this first came out, and here we are treated to the 4K. So this is the upgrade. Of course, I will be keeping this previous Blu-ray, Spine number 1, because this is where it all started, and this is where we are at the moment. Absolutely brilliant. I will say when this first came out in 2015 that the picture quality in here for a Blu-ray was absolutely incredible. It was one of the best Blu-rays I'd ever seen at that point. But 10 years ago was 10 years ago. So let's go downstairs and get these unboxed. First up is 9 Guests for a Crime. That's just to show how much I paid. So this was £15. Amazing. And also the Nighttrain Murders was £19.80. Can't grumble with that. Thanks again to Paul, aka Brumhorror. Link down below to his Instagram account. So, nurse, can you pass me Barry's scalpel? Thank you very much. This is sharp, so I'm going to have to be very careful with that. This has got a slip cover on in the form of this box here. And here is the outer slip. Like I say, never ever heard of this before. But I'm interested to see it because I know that all the other ones I've had that I've never seen before, especially giallos, there's loads of them out there. I've always enjoyed them. Great cover that. So inside you have a lovely hard box there. Nice artwork that. Yeah. Here's a blast from the past. Haven't had one of these cards in these sets for a long time. And I wish they kept them going because they started off, I think they were in pretty much all of the first 20 or so, even more. But I haven't seen them in there for a while. But interesting to see that one making a return. Here is the Blu-ray. Let's see what spine number this is, because that'll be on the reversible art, which I will reverse it, because I like to have the spine numbers shown, even though they're still in the box. Looks like it's region B locked. I'll find that out, and I'll come back when I talk about the picture quality and show you some screenshots. I'll talk about if it's region locked. It should be. It usually is. The spine number looks to be spine number 87. It's a great cover, that. 1977 this movie's from. Arthur Kennedy, John Richardson, Caroline Lawrence, Massimo Focci. There's the booklet. Nice wraparound art there. Now I can't show you many pages in here because when I've had a brief look through it, there is a lot of skin in it. So I'm going to have to be really careful with it. There's just more or less every picture in here is of that description. And I don't know if YouTube will be too happy about that. Yeah, they'll probably go off like that. Yeah, like I say, I don't know anything about this film, but that's sometimes a good thing to know when you're talking about giallos, when you don't know anything about it. Usually in for a good surprise. Yeah, not a lot could show you in that one, but it's what a great booklet that is. So that's spine number 87 in the Italian Classics collection. That is 9 Guests for a Crime from 1977. At the end of this video, I'll tell you if these are region B locked, and I'll also show you some screenshots of the picture quality. So, nice little release that. That's 9 Guests for a Crime. Next is where it all started, spine number 1, Nighttrain Murders from 1975. This is what a film this is. Basically, it is Last House on the Left on a train. That's how you best to describe this. Even though this was a Section 2 banned video nasty, this is one of the nasties that should have been in Section 1 if you had to put them anywhere. This is quite extreme, to say the least, and it's probably a lot more graphic than most of them in the Section 1 ones themselves. So that just shows you how inept the people were when they were put them into their categories. Basically, they didn't know what they're talking about. Also, it has a really horrible gang in here. This woman here is more to her than meets the eye. But really, really excited to get into this. So it's got Dolby Vision. It's region free. I'll check to see that the Blu-ray is region free as well. So let's get into it. Nurse Barry's scalpel. Again, it has this outer slip. A lot of companies are doing that these days. Arrow as well as 88. That artwork is just amazing. This woman was in deep red as well for a spell. Ah, that's good. Spine number 1. Now, I'll go and have a quick look in the Blu-ray just to see if the Blu-ray has a card in it, which it does. There is the spine number 1 in the Blu-ray. There's the alternative art. I think that was a banned video nasty art there. Don't ride on late night trains. And you get a small booklet in there, which I'll show you very quickly. Yep. That's a lovely touch, that. I like that. There's a 4K. I'm going to say, even before I look at this, I've got a feeling this is going to look sensational. The Blu-ray looks unreal. The colours on here are quite remarkable, considering it's a low-budget 1975 film. There's the Blu-ray and the 4K. I'm going to swap it over, swap the artwork over. And there's the alternate art. Spy number 1, 1975. Nice cover, that. I don't own that cover on the other release, so that's good. But I imagine we get all the special features from the previous Blu-ray. Now, if I'm honest, I think the previous Blu-ray doesn't have that many special features. That's them there. Not a great deal, but looks like there's a lot more in this one. Here's the booklet. Some great artwork here. Again, I'm not too sure what I can show in this one, but we'll see. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, you know, the colour. It's got some really good colour choices in here. It's got the blues, got the reds, and it just shows, I don't know, I think that the HD on here is going to have a treat with these colours. And speaking of treats, don't forget, you do get the theme tune sung by Demis Roussos. Yeah, chalk and cheese. I have to be careful, these pages. I think I saw something a bit further down that might not go past yet. A lot of text in here. Yeah, you can tell by them pictures in for a treat with this HD on here. It's a really good looking film. That's the video nasty art, I believe. Yeah, brilliant. Another stunning presentation from '88. So glad to get that in that sale. Special thanks to Paul, Brumhorror again. Brilliant. I will now go, I'll check this out, see what the picture quality is like on both of these. I'll come back and I'll give you my thoughts on them, and we will finish the video off there. But absolutely brilliant. See you soon. First up is 9 Guests for a Crime. Just a note, I have some protectors for them. These are SCF 8s from Steelbook Central. I'll leave a link to their website down below. Now, these do fit here, but you've got to take these protective slip covers off for them to fit properly. I think they're just a little bit too wide here. So what I'll do for now is I'll remove the slip cover and I'll stick these on, but with a view to maybe getting ones that are slightly bigger, although I don't know what the code is for that. But just to keep them a bit more secure. At this moment, I've got all of these ones here. I've got all of these ones in protective cases, apart from that one there, the Killer Crocodile 1 and 2, which is by number 50 and 51, I believe. They just are a little bit too big, the box set, for that, but I'm sure there's one out there that will fit them. So anyway, I stuck this one on, and the best news about this is, for me, is it's filmed on a remote island somewhere, probably Greece. I think they all were filmed in Greece, and it looks absolutely spectacular. And for me, I'm a huge fan of films that are set in remote islands, like Anthropophagus. Eye of the Hurricane is another great one, and also Island of Death. Yeah, so that's a big uptick for me. With it being set in an island in beautiful sunshine, the picture quality in here looks absolutely stunning. Funny enough, when it starts off, it looks really bad. But that's when the credits are on. So because of the setting in this film, a giallo on an island, what could be better? And the picture quality is absolutely stunning. It reflects the fact that when you get the blue skies, when you get blue skies and it's filmed right, it just looks amazing. So I can't wait to watch that one. So that's 9 Guests for a Crime. The last up is Nighttrain Murders. This shows you that the box does fit. but that's taking the slipcover off, just giving you a bit of a for instance on that. So I put this on. What I have done is with this one and nine Guests for a Crime, they are both Region B locked. I've tried the Blu-rays out and they will not play on my Region A player. So bear that in mind if you're wanting to import them from the UK. So this film here, as like I say, the picture quality on the Blu-ray looked fantastic. And what I will do is I will put some screenshots on of the Blu-ray. You'll see the Blu-ray before the previous Blu-ray before you see the 4K. And also what I did was I went and got the Blu-ray out of here and checked to see if I thought this was remastered. And in my eyes, I think it is. It looks a lot better than the Blu-ray over there, even though that looks good. So the main drawn part of this was to see this in 4K and see if they've done anything spectacular with it. And the answer is yes, they have. This looks like I thought it would. It looks absolutely sensational. This has always looked good in every format I've seen. I've seen this on DVD. I've seen it on American Blue Underground Blu-ray. I believe it was Blue Underground. And it's always looked good. I couldn't believe when this first came out in the UK because I knew this was going to be a hard one to get out in the UK because of the subject matter. And I couldn't believe it got released uncut. When I walked past that 10 years ago in HMV in Gateshead and I saw it and I went, hang on a minute, Nighttrain Murders, you're joking me. It's got to be cut. So I checked it out to see if it was uncut and it was. So there you go. And the Italian classic was born from that. I was hooked from day one. The colours on the train, I keep going on about it, but you've never seen out like it. Out like it, nothing like it. Geordie slip up. Also, as well, there's a lot of stuff happens in the dark times, you know, that dark blues and all this like neon light. And that's worth getting just for that. It's really hard to describe the fact that this film, which is really bad and really nasty in places, looks so absolutely jaw-droppingly beautiful. What a juxtaposition that is. There you go. That's my views on Nighttrain Murders. Absolutely brilliant film. I love it. It is a bit bad in places. It's got some really bad subject matter, ones that I can't believe got through the censors in the UK, especially when you see things like the New York Ripper that hasn't been released uncut. To be honest, I think this is worse than that. The Blu-ray on here, which has all the extras on, in my eyes, is being remastered as well. It looks incredible. The previous Blu-ray was nice, but this one looks better. And don't forget, when you put this film on, you're instantly greeted to the Demis Roussos theme tune that plays from the start, and wow. So there you go, another two absolutely amazing releases from 88. They are certainly knocking it out of the park at the minute. And this is a really good video nasty. If you're into video nasties and you haven't got this one, do go for the 4K. You will be amazed by it. And also very intrigued about this because of the setting. So thanks for watching. You take care and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.